bought here in the last 3 years. Made $1 million just between those four. And even though I don't see them, I'm driving by two more that's on the next on that side, and I'm driving by another one that's on the following street this way. And overall, I'm driving by maybe 6, 7 houses in this subdivision. There are actually 9 houses that I bought in this subdivision. But so look, how to become a millionaire. I remember before I ever was a millionaire, wanting to become one. And I told everybody I was going to become a millionaire, and I was confident that I would be. And most people don't have that confidence, and most people don't think it's necessarily believable, or at least that's what I kind of come away with. But I know how to become a millionaire. And if you didn't get to see the video last night, 4 of my students, 3 of them have already become real estate millionaires that have been in the mentorship, going through the mentorship. They know it can happen. And at some point, they believed it could be happening when they joined the mentorship, which, by the way, mentorship is going to be, this next round is going to be closing, and also the price is going up. It's too damn good a deal. And I do give a lot of my time to it, and I don't mind it. I love it. It's been the best thing ever, is helping people basically kind of see the light. But I can tell you, let's talk about how to become a millionaire. I know how to do it. I know it's not just real estate. Real estate, sure, but you can make $1 million in business. A lot of it is just applying yourself and doing the right thing, and creating good habits. Good work habits are huge. Look, every morning I do a lot of things that are constructive, that go toward maintaining. I've already got tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month coming in from rents. And guess what? All my students, they see that is their future. They see it coming. And, the 3 guys last night, I was thinking about it after I had them on the video, which I urge you to watch it. You can hit double speed on it. You can watch the whole thing in a half hour. And there's some really good stuff in there. But with number one, it would give you hope and confidence that you can become a millionaire. You've got the guys last night were in their 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, one of them, and 60s. But the guys in the 30s and 40s and 60s, those 3, they all made over $1 million in real estate in 1 year. The other gentleman, he just got in the class in the last, 6 months. Took him 3 months to find his first deal, made $115,000 on that deal. So start to finish, 6 months. 3 months of being in the class, getting a deal, selling it, making $115,000. And I'll tell you, it's a wonderful thing. All these guys have the same problem right now. What am I going to do with all this cash? What am I, in other words, they're like, I got to reinvest. One of them, actually, Rich, he did really well. He's already got it figured out. He's already got his money. He's got it pointed. He has it deferred, referring. He has it already spent on another building. He found another building that's a good 30% under market, maybe more. And so he may be picking up another $1 million on the $1 million that he just made, just by reinvesting it. Because see, that's kind of how it works. Every time you make a deal, you got to keep that money working. And this is the thing. This is a really cool thing, is that the people that get in, and then you have to make a deal. You have to make a deal. And then once you get a great deal, you realize you got it, it's mine, great, I got equity. You have to sell it. You have to flip it. You have to flip it if you want to get wealthy quick, because it's these big chunks of cash that you create with each deal. And I say big chunk, that could be 10 grand to one person, it could be 50, 100 to somebody else. It's all relative. The bottom line is, if you take 10 grand and you put it in something and you make 20, now you have the potential. If you just do as well as you did last time, you have the ability to take 20 and turn it into 40, and then 40 into 80. But really, the multiples go up much higher than that after that. But I'm telling you, number one thing, how to become a millionaire, is know that it's possible. You have to know that it's possible. Watched this video yesterday, I think it's called 3 Millionaires. And these are just a few of the millionaires. I have a bunch of millionaires in my class now. And it just keeps growing. I mean, I went from proof of concept. Believe me, I've been buying and selling real estate for 41 years, and I tell everybody, it's like Christmas. Every time I make a deal, I'm excited. Well, wow, I got a nice present coming. Now you see the one that I gave to myself, but it's the same thing you can do. And now these guys, that's their reality. And now they're already starting to go, gee, I can scale. Gee, I can. Now they're not thinking, gee, I made $1 million. They're thinking, how quick can I get to 10 million? How quick can I get to 100 million? Because that's what happens when you can make $1 million in 1 year. Your mind starts to go wild, and you start thinking, gee, if I took 100 grand net worth and now I've created $1 million net worth in this short a time, you start to think, hey, maybe I could be a billionaire. Now, it's possible. It's possible. I can't say it's not. Okay, I'm not a billionaire, but I've made tens of millions of dollars, and I could have had hundreds of millions of dollars, to be quite honest. Except once you get what you want, and listen, tens of millions, awesome. Believe me, I have been able to do things that I've wanted to do. I've taken chances, and I've lost money on completely different endeavors. But that's a luxury of having more money than nothing you know what to do with. I'm not going to say that, but you have enough money that you can risk a certain amount of your capital, and it's not going to threaten your lifestyle. It's not going to change anything for your life, for your kids. Everybody's still, everybody's still going to college. Everybody's still going to, be safe and have a place to call home. And those are the things that it's freedom, right? I mean, just like another person's idea. In fact, Ron in the class, he's made like $3 million now in like 2.5 years, and he's already saying, "When is it enough? When is it enough?" He's got this big crisis, and I'm saying this jokingly, but he's even laughing about it because he realizes he could just cash in and retire on what he's made, even after he paid his taxes. But number one, I just want to let you guys know how to become a millionaire is number one, you got to know that it's possible. You just have to accept that it's possible. It's not for other people. It can be for you. But number two is you got to work toward it. You have to work toward it. You know, those are the two most important things. Hey, you're not going to work toward it unless you can believe it can happen. That's why I say number one, you got to believe. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you're a new subscriber, and hit that thumbs up button. And I really appreciate you guys that are in my group that have taken the mentorship. Hey, I'm happy for you, but I appreciate you sharing that you've made it. What you've done, because it gives other people confidence to know that they can do it. Everybody identifies with a different person. You look at me, somebody getting old with gray hair. You look at somebody else that is young. It's like, wow. You start to realize, you start to see yourself in the clientele. And what's really cool is I look at all these guys. I see myself in all the clientele that I have. I see people that I remember I remember when I made my first million. I remember when I made my first 10 grand. These are all little milestones, and every one of them are positive. Every one of them are a positive reinforcement that, holy crap, I can do this again. You make 100 grand and you realize, if I took 1,000 and made 10, you go, does that mean I can make 1 million, 100 million? Well, you can. Okay, you can. But you just don't know how long it's going to take. As you build your portfolio, you'll start to reach out. Hey, a couple things happen, by the way. You start to build your portfolio. It's easy to double 100 grand, or it's easy to make a lot of money with deals that cost less than 100 grand. And this is just my experience because that's how I started. I did many deals where I made 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, 20, 30, and then pretty soon that's what happens. Is then you don't want to mess with those smaller deals because you want to make bigger chunks of money and you have more money to play with. But this is the best part about it. There's a never-ending inventory of deals for you to create and make money. Land has been around forever. It's going to be here long after all of you are dead. long after all your kids and grandkids are dead. It's not going anywhere. But what it is going to do, it's going to change hands. It's going to change hands. And the fact that real estate changes hands is the opportunity that we all have to make a lot of money on real estate, is because it's an inventory that doesn't, it doesn't matter. Oh, all the beach properties are gone. All the beach properties are sold along the beach. All the, this neighborhood's built. Guess what? Everybody in this neighborhood's going to be dead. Okay, it's going to change hands, and that's wherein the inventory is the real estate. The inventory is the stuff that becomes available again, and you're never going to know it unless you take a step. I urge you to go get my book because it's $10, and take the mentorship survey. By the way, I'm going to give away a $500 gift card. So those of you that if you just flat, you want to think small, take a chance on winning a $500 gift card. But all you got to do is take the mentorship survey. I prefer to hear that you believe me. If you take the mentorship survey and you tell me, because one of the questions in there is, have you read my book? If you haven't read my book, I'm going to tell you, go get my book. So, and I don't want you to lie to me either, but you should get the book, because like somebody, I get people write me every day, through that mentorship, and some of them say they haven't bought it, and I'll say, okay, get the book. Then they write back and say, I'm already reading it. I got it on Kindle. It's in my hand. I'm reading it. And again, I don't let just anybody in the mentorship, but I can tell you right now, mentorship ain't gonna last forever, because I'm not gonna last forever. And the opportunities are they're out there, and you couldn't have a better mentor than me to introduce you to it. I've already got a track record of showing the light, and really helping create many millionaires already. And it's free. Millionaires is, look, you're going to have multimillionaires. You want multimillions. It takes multimillions. I mean, and look at, while I'm driving by right now, what do you think I'm looking at? I'm looking at 6 houses that I used to own. One of them I still own. These are ones that I've all flipped and made millions of dollars on. Just past them on my right. And those millions of dollars have been put into other, passive income deals, that bring me in, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And this is the stuff that's possible, but people don't believe it until, you know, look, I'm in jujitsu. I do jujitsu 3 times a week. In fact, I got it noon today, and I'm a purple belt. Hey, look, that took 6 years. It took me 6 years to become a purple belt, and now I have skills that most people on the street don't have. And again, I believe me, if I could just pay $1 million and just download it and have it in my head, I'd do it. But it doesn't work that way. You got to go through the motions. With knowledge, there is no, until they come up with a little USB. We're not going to be able to download it into our brains. You got to take it in. You got to learn it. And the other thing is, the beauty is that every personality is different. Every person's different. Every area is different. There's an abundance of opportunities of different kinds. You'll learn to identify what opportunities are around you, maybe in more abundance, and you'll be able to take advantage of those. One of my students, he's had a particularly good situation like that, and I refer to it as a honey hole. It's kind of like when you got a fishing spot and you find one little spot in the river that, man, you just can't hit. They hit. That happens geographically in real estate. So look, I'm going to go hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go get the book. If you don't have the book, quit thinking about it. It's nothing. It's peanuts. Anyways, but otherwise, and you guys, if you're not already a millionaire, but you have tens, 20, 100, hundreds of thousands of dollars, get in the mentorship, or at least apply for the mentorship. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you whether you'll find out if I'll even accept you. But the other thing is, I'll throw you some good advice. I'll tell you what. I've been around a long time, and I can throw you a bone with advice. But I don't know if anybody's got a question. I can see real quick here. Good morning. Hey, good morning, guys. Good to see you guys. Are up and early. Uh, anyways, that's it. Have a great day. I'll be in the studio later on. See ya.